In the mid-20th century, the American soda fountain projected a pristine image of leisure, a space where teenagers gathered around marble counters to socialize over glasses of carbonated, caffeinated sugar water. But while American youth were curated at the pharmacy counter, exhausted German tank crews were tearing through the European countryside, fueled by millions of tablets of industrial-grade synthetic methamphetamine. While these scenes appear worlds apart, the invention of American youth culture and the mobilization of the Nazi war machine share a common chemical ancestor. A nation's culture of drug consumption is dictated by a stark geopolitical reality, whether its government maintains the maritime power to extract organic stimulants from the global south, or whether it has been entirely locked out of those supply chains. As the 19th century accelerated into the industrial age, physicians began diagnosing the expanding middle class with neurasthenia, a medical condition defined as severe nervous exhaustion caused by the stress of rapid urbanization. To combat this modern fatigue, Western pharmacologists turned toward the flora of the colonial world, specifically targeting the Andean coca leaf and the West African kola nut. Harvesting these distinct botanicals from opposite hemispheres required a logistical operation that spanned the colonial world, funneling raw materials from Peruvian slopes and tropical Hausa trade routes directly into Western laboratories. This global commodity chain enabled Coca-Cola capitalism, a model where corporations functioned as nimble commodity brokers, extracting the value of global trade while insulating themselves from the political and ecological liabilities of physical empire. The early foundation of modern capitalism relied on extracting this botanical energy from the colonized global south to stimulate the exhausted minds of Western workers. With unimpeded access to global maritime trade, American pharmacists were legally permitted to mix coca and cola into unregulated, over-the-counter brain tonics marketed to white-collar professionals. But as these tonics reached working-class black laborers in the South, who used the drug to endure grueling shifts on plantations and docks, white authorities engineered a virulent moral panic. Southern newspapers and politicians fabricated the myth of the violent, superhuman Negro cocaine fiend to justify escalating police brutality and expand the carceral apparatus of the progressive era. Facing an existential threat to its wholesome image, Coca-Cola secretly removed the cocaine from its formula, replacing the lost narcotic payload with a concentrated architecture of caffeine and sugar. This same racialized panic provided the political fuel for the Harrison Act of 1914, which codified a permanent legal boundary between medicine, administered by doctors, and illicit drugs consumed by marginalized populations. With cocaine legally excised, the American public